hospital.
Hi, my name is Deborah Thomas, and I am the treasurer and intake and transfer coordinator for Basic Animal, a nonprofit organization called Basic Animal Rights Council, or BARC for short. We work with a local veterinarian named Dr. Dudek, who took on the city pound contract. The city pays for 3 business days for the dogs to be reclaimed, and after that they require the euthanasia of the dogs and cats. BARC takes over the paying for these dogs to stay at the hospital to prevent the unnecessary euthanasias. We also work with 15 plus shelters all over the United States, which means we transport a lot of dogs at one single time. Currently we have a few volunteers that offer their time in cars to drive them. That also means that's extra wear and tear on the volunteer's car, on top of their time and gas money. It also is not the safest way to transport dogs due to most of the cars not being able to fit the large kennels required for safely transporting dogs.
Ms. Dr. Dudek?
I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital, and I lease some of my space to BARC, as they do not have a shelter yet, and take care of the animals that need taken care of. The only thing that I can add to Deborah's analogy is that the safety issue is truly an issue. We need to have a van where we can safely secure cages, and most people are not willing to put bolts in their cars to do this. Like she said, we take several animals at a time, 10 cats to Wambigo, several dogs all over our immediate area. So a van is really, really important that we get some way to transport these animals.
Can you just, either one of you, speak about the distances that we have to travel from Parsons to move dogs? Because we're way down in the corner of southeast Kansas, and any of the people that are watching this video don't know where Parsons is. We're sort of close to Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, but we're at least 2 hours from a major urban area.
At any given time, several times a month, we will travel 2 to 3 hours away. Recently, I just traveled 10 hours one-way trip to Chicago, Illinois, to take a dog to a rescue up there. And I did this with my personal vehicle, my gas money, my tires, and is, trying to get people to volunteer for that sort of thing is very difficult.
What would you guys both say for global giving? Should we get this grant to get a van? How will this, obviously it'll give us our own van, but what would be the advantages to having our own van?
Safe transporting.
And Dr. Dudek?
And, BARC is a new club. I think it would demonstrate the dedication that BARC has to the cause. It would be one step closer to getting our shelter and making a difference, proving that animals can be saved and do not have to be euthanized.
Even if an owner doesn't claim them, there's still life to them. What would we want to call our van? What about BARC-mobile? Any other ideas? For the people that are watching this video, we have ideas for what we want to call our van. I think BARC-mobile is good. What about
BARC-mobile is good. I came up with Pedaling Paws.
Which is the name of our project, by the way.
Yes,
folks watching
Pedaling
this.
Paws to the rescue. We'll think of a cute name.
Deborah, do you have any take on that?
Nope.
But I'm Chris. I'm the president, and the one that's actually putting together the proposal for crowdfunding. We're here at the veterinary hospital. I'm so sorry.
Oh, hi. And I asked Deborah and Dr. Dudek to talk with you because we've all transported dogs and cats. Actually, we don't always take them to rescues. Once in a while, we transport to an adopter, and that's always good. We have, on occasion, been asked to rescue multiple animals. I think back in September of 2018, we had a case of at least 9 cats that we got from a hoarding situation. And we used several vehicles to do that, and that's just fine. But it would be good to have a secure place to put all the traps. This is Pie. I think, was Pie one of the ones?
He was an animal control cat.
He's an animal control cat. Also, another thing that we can use with a van for us is that on occasion I've gone out and transported. I trapped cats for TNR, and if I ever go out and do 5 cats in an evening, I would take my own vehicle to do that, which is fine. But sometimes I was stacking traps, and that isn't necessarily the safest thing because I can remember braking suddenly, and one of the traps kind of tumbled over into the back seat.
And not to mention these are feral cats.
Right, and some of the feral cats, that's going to really scare them, and it's enough of a scary situation. So we're not always using these for dogs. We're also using them to transport cats, to rescue cats, to do trap, neuter, return, trap the cats, take them to Dr. Eva to fix, and then we return them. So we have multiple uses for a van. I'm doing some checking of costs now. A used van, like a 2014 Toyota, or not necessarily even a van, but a 2014 Toyota RAV4, if we were going to go with an SUV, it's going to be about 15 to 16,000. But a special van that might have the things that we need, and it might actually be in the vicinity of 20,000. And I'm doing that to include the crates that we might need to buy, money for insurance, and I'm thinking that's one of the things that I've got in the amount of funds, in the amount of donation amounts that you can give. I've got it going as cheap as $10 to as much as $500.
We did also get a quote from a local car dealership that said that they would sell us the van. It was $25,000, and after the last payment on the van was made, they would donate a large sum of $1,000 to BARC. We did not take them up on that offer because that is expensive. We are looking for a good used vehicle that will get us where we need to go.
BARC appreciates your attention to our video. If you have any questions, please refer to the contact information. This is our first crowdfunding attempt, so I'm sure there are some rough edges we'll need to figure out. Maybe the next time we do a video, we'll have dancers and dancing dogs and cats. But we can provide information about the number of trips that we made in 2018. We anticipate, with the number of the 400 Paws, that's 100 animals. We anticipate probably having to transport more in 2019 because as the word gets out, we have more people that are inquiring about rescue and adopting. We have people that can't make it down to Parsons. We sometimes have to go to them, like I indicated earlier. This happens quite a bit, and this happens all year long. From Chris and myself and Deborah and Eva, thank you for your attention, and please give it a careful consideration because we can really use your help. Thank you.
It's for the cats.
It's for the cats.